Okay, for the function f of x equals the sine of x from 0 to pi over 2, we're going to use Riemann's sums, left and right hand endpoints, to estimate the area under that curve. And here's the exact answer, 1. How do we do Riemann's sums? So if we're going to use left-hand endpoints, we're going to divide the region from 0 to pi over 2 into 3 equal parts. So a third of pi over 2 tells us that delta x is pi over 6. That's the width of each of these rectangles. For left-hand endpoints, we're going to start at 0, and that will be our first left-hand endpoint that we substitute into the function. So the area of this rectangle is 0. There is no rectangle. To get to the second rectangle, we start at 0 and add on 1 width to get to the endpoint that we're going to use for the height of that rectangle. So that's the sine of 0 plus 1 of these widths gets us to here. That value right here is the same as the sine of pi over 6, which is 1/2 or 30 degrees. So this height right here is 1/2. And this width is still pi over 6. So there is the area of the first or the second rectangle. On the third rectangle, we add on 2 of these pi over 6s starting at 0. That's the number we're going to plug into the function to get the height of that rectangle. That's the same as the sine of pi over 3, which is radical 3 over 2, times the width is pi over 6. We can write that as pi radical 3 over 2. And then if we add these 3 areas together, we get pi over 12 plus pi radical 3 over 12. That's what this is right here. And you can see up here that the value as a decimal is approximately 0.715, and that matches what we have right here. For right-hand endpoints, we are going to start at 0 and add on 1 width to get to this endpoint that we're going to plug into the function to get the height of that rectangle. Well, that's 0 plus 1 pi over 6 is pi over 6. The sine of pi over 6 is 1/2, and 1/2 of times this width gives us pi over 12. Similarly, to get to this rectangle or this right-hand endpoint, we add on 2 of those, pi radical 3 over 12. And finally, for the area of the third rectangle, we add on 3 of these delta x's. There's 1, 2, 3. That takes us all the way to pi over 2. The sine of pi over 2 is 1. 1 times pi over 6 is pi. This to over 12, all of these areas together, we get pi times the quantity 3 plus the square root of 3 over 12. And there's the approximate value, which matches what we had here when we round off to 2 decimal places. There you go. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, post a comment.